I'm finally filming the flip of the rings that I promised a month ago. You know how I am. I suck at actually doing things when I say I'm going to do them. But I just watched Carrie's flip and Anna's flip, and I was like, girl, just do it. So I'm going to do it. So I'm going to do a flip, actual flip of the rings and explain to you how I use it. I'm not going to do a flip of the pocket Betty, but I will reference her to show you guys like how I'm using both of them. And then this is new. This is a B6 single strap Foxy fix, and I will explain why I have this. These are all Foxy fix. This is the personal size, but I use personal wide inserts. This is pocket. Betty, Veronica, you know the drill if you watch my Instagram. If you don't, you think I'm insane, but I name my planners. All right, let's start with Veronica. Whoops. Okay, so obviously she doesn't close. Not a big deal. My whole thing with rings was it's not something I'm going to travel with. I'm just going to keep it at home, and I wanted to try rings because the idea of rings is that, well, you can open it and it will actually lay flat and stay open. That is not the case with traveler's notebooks, at least with pockets, because they're so small. They just won't stay open. So that's why I wanted to try rings. Obviously, rings are awesome too because you can punch anything and stick it in, and you'll see that I've done that a lot, so it's really great in that regard. It makes it really easy if you want to throw in like bits and pieces, or for me, I like to put in little cards and notes from my friends just as a reminder. I really like that. I can do that in a TN just by taping it or inserting it or whatever, but it's very different because often things won't fit. A pocket is quite small. And I don't know, I just like the flippability of being able to do it in rings. So this is my front pocket. You've all seen this. This is the scallop scrapbook paper from Michaels. I've layered a bunch of die cuts and other papers over here. My front dashboard. This is from Bunny Plans, and I really, really loved this because the Speedy 30 was like my first designer bag that I got in Paris when I was graduated college. So I just loved it. Plus she's brunette and, you know, hair goals. So that is my front dashboard. You will see that I have Post-its on random things like ugly Post-its. I would never intentionally put an ugly Post-it. They are just covering things that are more personal. So this is some digital paper that I bought on Etsy, and I printed some normally. I printed some on vellum. This is my girl Fox and Pip, Amanda, girl, of course. I live for her planners. Van Sticky little sampler, acetate, vellum that I made. And I don't have I don't know. I'm not going to call them like dashboards because they don't serve as dashboards in the same way in a traveler's notebook, but they're just random. This is the thing. I don't have traditional tabs. I mean, I have some tabs, but it's not the way your original Filofax setup was, the idea behind rings as planners initially. Instead, I just have a bunch of stuff and decorative pieces, some laminated, some not, some with pockets just stuck in there because they are pretty. And per usual, I order and color everything in a very, very specific way. So, you know, colorful, whatnot. So that is that. This is just a little pocket I made. I also really like rings because you can vary the width of things, and it's just fun to see how they layer on top of each other. I really like doing that. All of these pockets, by the way, here and here are just the Target Dollar Spot pockets. This is so cute. This is like a stick-on patch from the GP Studio box. This is another Bunny Plans. I just have Post-its on here and some paper. Another Target Dollar Spot pocket. This is a perfect example of something I could never, like, punch. You can't punch this in and stick this in a pocket. But it's just a giant luggage tag with this piece of vellum over it. So I used it to put these sticky notes that would otherwise get kind of messed up. And that way I have, like, quick access to them. It's not that quick, let's be honest, but I have access. More sticky notes back here. See, even little bits and things like this, like I love being able to have them. Like I would put something Instagram or social media related, but I haven't gotten that far. Too much, asking too much of me. More pockets, dashboards. This is a card from my best friend Annika that I just love and keep in there as a reminder. This is a postcard from Balthazar, New York. If you've never been to Balthazar, New York, it is like a classic New York restaurant. It's in Soho. I highly recommend going for brunch. It's amazing. Their French fries are quite possibly the best French fries you'll ever get, and you have to get them with mayonnaise because it's delicious, even if you think mayonnaise is gross, because I'm not a big mayonnaise person, but they're really good there. And this is just kind of like my little New York tribute because I found this, and this is from a coffee cup sleeve from the first coffee that I ordered in when I lived in New York. And I just thought it was so funny the way they put coffee au lait. It's supposed to be cafe au lait. I don't know. I just loved it. I kept it. This is what, from 7 years ago. So I kept it, found it, and I was like, this is a perfect place. Like, I don't want to lose it. I like being reminded of it. I miss New York terribly right now. So I like having this in here to remind me of those times. This is one of my Metro cards. I had unlimited Metro passes when I lived in New York, and I would decorate each one depending on the month. And Annika used to make so much fun of me, but this one was decorated with Harry Potter stickers because we went to a Harry Potter exhibit that month. Don't ask me what month and year because I don't remember. This is another card note from my friend / former boss. I made a pocket here out of paper from the GP studio. This is a Post-it, but I've just stuck it fully on there. Little Planner Society paper. Okay, finally, we get to an insert. All of my inserts are Annie Plans printables. Obviously, she is my life. And since I've been in Traveler's Notebooks planners, generally, she is who I use. And this is a list insert. So I have, admittedly, I have not used these lists extensively. Like, I have a few ones. This is just like a messy place to jot things, but I haven't done a ton of them. I just have it in here, and I will fill them out at some point. This is just Louis Vuitton stickers from my Louis Vuitton planner that I will never use. This is the Foxy Fix Fox and Pip Annie collab, and I am using this for gratitude lists, vision statements, anything. So quotes maybe. So it's super personal, hence me not showing you. I will show you that if you saw my Insta stories, I really like the look of the floral printed on the bottom, so I printed some like that. This is a secretarial dashboard from Foxy Fix, and I just use it as pockets to hold all my stickers and whatnot. This is my second official insert. This is the academic calendar. I love having full at-a-glance calendars. And this is a perfect example. I have this in my rings. I also kept it in my pocket. So the main difference between what I use my rings for and what I use my pocket for is that I use my rings for things that I have to write in every day. So you'll see that my daily planning that I want to keep open, constantly refer to, need to have flat and open, is in the rings. But the academic planner, I could have kind of put in both places, and so I did, basically. So I still kept some of my, like, list books where it's like, these are lists I don't go to every day. They're just periodic that I keep up with. And then I did keep my academic calendar because I love quick reference academic calendars, and I love decorating them. And if you saw my Insta stories, I decorate them to match. And I just put major things, beauty appointments, trips, birthdays, medication information, you know, concerts, things like that. And I loved decorating them to match. And I just did November, and I loved them. How cute. I just happened to have a sticker sheet with like 2 sizes of everything, so it kind of worked perfectly. But, so that's like something in my planner. What is not in my planner is the next insert that I'm going to show you in here. P.S. Everybody asked me about these tabs. I'm really sorry, guys. They're from Korea, and I have no idea where to get them because I bought them physically when I was there last year. More pockets. This is an ideal morning routine. Let me tell you how many times I've done this. Approximately 0. Because #fail. This is monthly. Okay, so these are the inserts I used to have in my pocket, and I love. These are the inserts I sticker. This is daily planning, and I love it, but I wanted more space, and I also wanted it to lay flat. And again, like, I don't need to bring this anywhere day to day per se. So I just replaced the tracker with a vision statement and goals because you'll see I have another tracker in here and what I use it for. And then, yeah, I just do daily planning. I use untimed. That is going to change. Everything about this is about to change. And then I just sticker these and use them. So here's something important to note. In the personal wide, these are not the width of typical Erin Condren, like the OG width of full box stickers and whatnot, which is fine because I just move, like, layer, and I can layer a bunch of stuff and I can write a bunch of stuff, and that's all great. But I will show you, I guess I'll just show you now. I don't know why I'm all like, you know. So the reason I have the B6 is because I love the B6 insert that is the equivalent of this, but because it's in a traveler's notebook and you don't have to leave space for the holes, because they're essentially a little bit the same size. I have nothing in here, by the way, guys. It's just a single strap that I'm kind of borrowing, and I just printed the November insert because I'm planning to only use this at least for November for daily planning. And this is very easy. Like, see, this is a TN. Okay, obviously, like, if I bend it, it will stay open. And then I can keep it home. But it's also slim and light enough that if I need to take it on the go, I could. But it's big, so it's much bigger space than a pocket and to see everything. So I printed November, and please disregard the fact that this is not black. You can't really tell on camera. This is green. My printer ran out of black, and I'm too lazy / too cheap to buy new ink cartridges right now. But this is, I chose time because this has 3 columns. And these columns are the same width as the most stickers that you'll see. And can I just tell you how obsessed I am with this? Like, I cannot wait to start using this on Monday because typically I put some sort of list full box sticker, but I don't have, a lot of kits don't come with that. And especially recently, the kits I've had haven't come with that, and it's driving me crazy. So I love this because if I wanted to literally cover these with stickers, I could. Some kits, I have enough stickers that I may want to do that. But if not, she also has these built-in list boxes. Annie, why you a genius? I mean, that is like, I'm so excited. And I chose time because I have so much other space to put other stuff. And actually, I do want to get a bit more on a time schedule. So I'm just like, I'm so obsessed. I cannot wait to start planning in this. I might do it after this video because I'm like, ugh. So I'm going to use this for November, see how it goes. Yeah, and I'll keep you guys posted. So that's the B6. So this planner will not be as chunky because this entire section, which once you sticker, as you can see, gets to be quite thick, will change. So yeah, P.S. I need to put together an emergency kit because the natural disasters around the world, the fact that I live in California now and we're due for an earthquake and I have no flippin' clue what to do in an earthquake. I've never lived in an area where there's an earthquake. OMG, I need an emergency kit. Anyway, that's that. So that's going to go out, but it's pretty now. And this is just, yeah, I'll just shift everything forward once I take this out. This is just a beautiful, I mean, how gorgeous is this calligraphy? This was from a birthday party invitation for my nephew. My sister went all fancy, and I kept the envelope because I just thought it was so beautiful. And this is just a little die cut from Bunny Plans, Post-its, more stuff, another folder, all my curse words, Fox and Pip, Harry Potter, my life. Again, just like, I love layering, I love having little pieces, I love all this stuff. This is another card from Annika that I like to stick in here to be reminded of that. More space for Post-its because I always need Post-its, and yet when I need to look for Post-its, I never find them, but whatever. This is just a Michael's pocket I covered with vellum, and this is just a note. This came with a flower delivery for my birthday from a friend. That was just so unexpected and so kind. This is another Foxy insert, you know what I'm saying, vinyl thing. And this is the 2 horizontal pocket, which I love because this mimics, where is it? This mimics this kind of thing. And these are the baseball card holders that I love. It mimics that. Fox and Pip appreciation page. FYI, the other thing I keep in here is I keep a checkbook register. I don't keep up with my checkbook register, but I keep it in there. And I also keep, what else do I keep? Oh, my appointment tracker. yeah, because I need to keep track of my doctor's appointments. And then I also still have this insert in here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Lists, calendar, checkbook register, appointment tracker, and another notes section. And it's still pretty chunky, even without the daily planning. So I have that. I love this. I love this little piece and this girl and how you can see through it. It's so good. This is another secretarial dashboard. So this is my Insanity month 2. I did complete month 1. If you don't know what Insanity Max 30 is, it is one of those Beachbody programs, which, like, I know everybody, that's like a whole thing. I've only ever done Shanti's programs because I love Shanti, and I did the original Insanity back in 2013. And then I bought Insanity Max 30, which is basically supposed to be the new harder Insanity, but condensed into 30-minute workouts, which who doesn't have 30 minutes? Okay, if you're like a mom of 4, Carrie, then maybe you don't. But I put this in here, and I'm so annoyed because I started month 2, when was it? A week or 2 ago, and I injured myself very quickly, and then I tried to go back to it, and I wasn't ready. So anyway, that's just my little rant about Insanity. But this kind of starts my other section. I just put these in here. These are just dividers from Foxy Fix, I believe, and I just love the color scheme, but Annie sent me these. And like I have a random menu in here, but I have, meal planning, like grocery list, that kind of thing. And then we kind of start what is going to be truly the bulk of this planner. And that is my, it's also daily planning in a way, but very different from this sort of daily planning. So I have recovery journal here. This initially, it is essentially my recovery journal. So I keep track of certain, like, it's basically physical and mental well-being is captured in these pages. And it's very important to me to track all these things, which I made Insta stories about this. If you didn't see them, I track everything about my mental, physical, whatever state. I track my depression levels throughout the day, anxiety levels, how much sleep I'm getting, all the medication and supplements that I'm taking. That's really what I want to track day to day. So that's why I don't need the tracker so much in the other day-to-day planning. It's just kind of repetitive. So I have that. So this is just the beginning of like a regular monthly, daily planning thing, because I was going to use that, but I changed my mind because these came out. This is the Fox and Pip Annie collab, and when these came out, I was like, OMG, this is genius, because it is the perfect layout for what I want to track for my recovery wellness. So it's 2 pages to a day. It's undated, so you can do whenever you want. And I basically use this side for physical stuff and this side for mental stuff. And what I mean by that is I meticulously track everything in terms of like what time I wake up, what I eat, notable things that I don't normally eat. Like doing this exercise, I saw a pattern between this and the habit tracker. The day after I have any sort of dairy, I'm mostly vegan, but any sort of dairy, even like a bite of a cupcake, the next day I have an eczema flare-up and I have to use my medication. So it's just helpful to know things like that. You know, if I have alcohol, which is very rare, do I feel more depressed the next day? So anyway, I track all my physical stuff here, workouts, sleep, and what I eat. And on this side, so far up here, I've been putting like my medication because like the level that I'm at, because that is still being tweaked. And then this is kind of just a free-for-all journal where I put how I'm feeling, you know, all the mental, emotional well-being journaling space. So this setup works perfectly for me. I'm obsessed with this insert. So I've used it for many, many days, and I'm going to keep using it. And then I just printed... Guys, my printer is out of ink, so it's printing everything in green, which this one looks kind of weird, but I don't mind terribly for what I'm about to show you. So again, I have a month view, I printed the habit tracker, And then this is the same insert that's in mint. I put it on my Insta stories, and people were like, oh, I really like that color. I'm like, I can't tell you how to do it. My printer has a mind of its own. But it is pretty. I mean, I'd rather this than like some hideous brown color. So again, I'm going to do the same thing for November because this works for me so well. Does it use a lot of paper and ink? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. Because then I can flip back and just see very specifically on that day how I was feeling, when I was feeling it, why, my energy level, and this is how I'm going to make connections and discover patterns and just be able to see my progress. Because some days I'm like, I feel like I've not changed at all, and then I'll look back even just a couple weeks and I'm like, okay, no, I do feel different. So that's important. So this is really the bulk of what this planner is going to be about. And honestly, the great thing is that because this is also a daily thing that I need to go back to every single day, multiple times a day, I also like keeping this open and having this and then flipping back to the monthly daily. I mean, it's not that hard, but when I use the B6 for the daily planning, I can, in theory, just have both easily available and open, and I can reference them quicker. I mean, I'm just making up reasons I need to use another planner, let's be honest. So I'm keeping that in there. And then I just have some more little pieces, little band sticky. These are from Pookie Bear Cuties. Once More with Love. This is another pocket, which I obviously did not need. This is so cute. This is a little, I watched my nephew Zachary, who's 5, the other day, and I dated it. And we went out to eat at this restaurant, and he like colored this for me, and he was so cute because he was like, look, Emil. Emil is what he calls me. It's like Aunt in Korean. He's like, look, Emil, I made you a vegetable pizza because he knows I'm vegetarian. Is that not the sweetest? Anyway, I just love having that because it just reminds me of that day and how blessed I am to have such a freaking cute nephew and all that good stuff. So more pieces, more Post-its. Like this is from the Indigo Girls concert that I went to with my sister at Mountain Winery here, and it was just such a good night. And I keep that in there. This is from when we went to see Glennon Doyle Melton and others. If you don't know who she is, Love Warrior, she's amazing. So I kept that, like little pieces of things, especially because this is kind of a wellness planner, like things that remind me that like I have good times and I can laugh and I can have all that stuff. I like keeping those pieces in here to remind me of that. This is just a page lifter. And then these are just the remaining 2 tabs of that set, and I will probably use them. I'm just not sure how, but how pretty is this color scheme? Anyway, okay, this is the back pocket. I have one of those crazy beaded things that everybody got from Michael's. I'm sorry, I can't remember the girl who first did it, but genius. I have my little composition notebook thing, and then just my back dashboard, which again is just a bunch of layering of fun. Look at this little cutie peeking out fall things. So I don't know when I'm going to change the decor of this. I mean, it's still fall, and it's not even cold here yet, so in theory, I don't need to change it for a while. That is Veronica. I love her. I use her every day, but I still love Betty, and Betty is cuter and just like my life. So I'll just do a quick little flippy so you can see some of the decor changes that I put in here. Whoopsie. From the last time. I just updated it for fall quite a long time ago, and I never showed you guys because I love this page, because I just didn't. Because I'm not good at filming videos. I don't know why it seems to take it out of me, but it does. But I love it. I love it so much. I love the decor in here. I love the color schemes. I love all the bits and pieces that I have. Yeah, I love my back collage. Yeah. So I still love Betty. I still use Betty, although not every day. But I always keep her on my desk with Veronica. And then I'm going to add this baby. I should name this one. I should give it a boy name, because it's like boy-y color. I don't know. I'll think about it. If y'all have any good suggestions, let me know. OMG, duh. Betty and Veronica are named after Archie, obviously the comics, but specifically the TV show. So I can name this one after one of the boys. Like, Archie, maybe. Anyway, that's just a thought. Just a thought. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Peace.